Very good.
Nice.
Awesome. So I want to welcome everybody to our Rotary Club, and we've got several guests today. We've got Kyle Strand, a prospective member, and he's back for a second week in a row. So that is really encouraging, Kyle.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Plus, we have his application.
Hey, Keith, he's a fellow Marysville kid, so you're going to have to take him under your wing. So, and then we've got Connor Davis is here today. Also, I don't know if you can see Connor on your screen, but Connor just waved, and Connor is also a employee of the school district. And Connor, what I understand is that you were a Rotary Club member when you were in Florida. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, our Tarpon Springs 5950.
Awesome. Well, welcome to our club, and we hope that we have you permanently here pretty soon. And then we've got District Governor-elect Bev Harrington is with us today. Can everybody say hi to Bev?
Hi.
Good morning.
Governor-elect.
That's great to have you here. And Bev is just joining us today to see. I mean, she's probably heard through the grapevine. It's out there that the Lake Stevens Club is this well-oiled machine that has embraced Zoom meetings and is doing it really well. And so she wanted to come and see how that was done, getting the lay of the land. So welcome, Bev. I just wanted to remind everybody that I am recording this meeting today so that we can post it on our website eventually, in case people need to have makeup sessions. So I just wanted to throw that out there, and I will do this every time, is just let you know that the recording or that the meeting is being recorded. So
use a tissue.
What's that?
When you're picking your nose, use a tissue since it's being recorded.
Right.
There's probably lots of other advice that we can give.
Great advice.
And I don't know if Jim Hagan's on here, but probably one of the pieces of advice is don't see him pouring the Baileys in the coffee from Hawaii. Anyway, I digress greatly. Okay, so we've got some birthdays coming up. Kristen Odegaard, her birthday is coming up on Wednesday of next week. Is that right, Kristen? So the 3rd of February, 27 years old.
Yeah, Charlie's 30, so that doesn't really work.
Gosh. I hate it when kids are kind of like your tree rings, kind of to know you how old you are. Anyway, happy birthday, Kristen. If I don't get to tell you before then, that's awesome. And our own Senator Steve Hobbs, who obviously hasn't been with us for a while because he's down in Olympia, making the world safe for democracy and COVID. His birthday is on the 12th of February. So those are the two big birthdays that are coming up.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Is it 12th Valentine's Day or 14th?
14th.
I'm early then.
Yeah. Well, that's good. It's good to be early with your flowers. I've learned that over time.
And your taxes.
And your taxes. That's right. And then spouse birthdays. Chris, Karen's birthday is on the 4th. So
Yes.
speaking of being early with flowers, you better get on that.
I know it. I gotta get some. We were gonna do a takeout thing, but I guess Inslee opened up the restaurant, so we might actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, 25%. So 25% of us will be sitting on the sidewalk, I suppose.
Well, being the fiscally conservative-minded person that you are as our treasurer, Chris, I don't think that driving through McDonald's counts as dining out for your wife's birthday.
It's good on the budget.
It is. So
Okay.
now, Kevin O'Brien, I don't think Kevin's on, but Kevin's wife, Nancy, who also is a teacher for the school district, her birthday is on the 14th, on Valentine's Day. That's awesome that she worked it out that way.
Yeah.
That's great. That makes it easier for Kevin, I'm sure. Marriage anniversaries, Ron and Kim Rasmussen. Their marriage anniversary is on the 6th. So that's what, a week from Saturday. Congratulations, Ron. I don't know if Ron's on today.
No, he's not.
Okay. He's probably doing traffic diversion in Monroe. No Rotarian anniversaries coming up. Secretary's report, Gary.
I'll just remind you that the next board meeting is on Thursday, February 11th at 5:30 on Zoom. We'll have a few things on our agenda, including at least 2 new member applications to consider. Second, just a reminder, if you haven't paid your dues, they are now due. And the other thing that I'd like to talk just briefly, James, Jim, and I were on the Interact Club. I'm not going to give a report, Kristen. I'm just going to say that we were there. I'm very impressed with what Kristen and the club is doing. These kids are exciting to listen to their activities. And as a result of that, we've talked about putting on our website, not necessarily every week, but if it works out that way, that's fine, is the Interact Corner, and we'll talk about what they're doing on community projects and other things during the school year. And then yesterday, my second chamber board meeting, which I'm there representing our club. It was long. I thought that serving on Sherwood Community Services Board and all the paperwork was a lot until I joined the chamber. And chamber has outdid Sherwood on the amount of paperwork that you have to go through. That's it.
Thanks, Gary. Treasury's report, Chris.
Yeah, everything's looking pretty good. We have, of course, Sherwood sponsor coming up, so we'll be getting that check out to them. And chamber dues has been sent out, Gary. And so I did send off a Rotary bill for all the dues that are coming in. So I did get that sent out. And like Gary said, we're doing pretty good collecting all the dues. So there's a few out there still. So other than that, it's looking pretty good.
And Chris, I appreciated you sending out that reminder on Polio Plus donations.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, so I think at one of our board meetings, we decided that Jim could probably talk about it. I don't know if he's on here, but.
No, he's not on.
Okay, to do, help out Polio Plus worldwide, and there was a bunch of us that decided that we would, pledge $50. And so those that pledged and those that paid, I sent out a little reminder to those people only that I think we're collecting, I don't know how much it is altogether, but $50 a person, and there's like 10 people on there. So if you haven't paid, then send that money in if you can. It's $50 and earmark it for Polio Plus so we know what it's going towards. So if you want to add anything, Ken, go ahead.
No, I appreciate the reminder because I had completely forgotten about it. So
Yeah.
if you pledge that and you got an email from Chris this week, see if you can't get that done. I know I'm going to.
Yeah,
So,
thanks.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah. That's it.
President's report, I don't have much to report today, except that I'm just reminding you once again that March 8th, the Arlington Club has sent us a information about they are having a blood drive that will go to the Red Cross, and I included that in the chat last week, and I'll do it again here in a minute. You just go on the Red Cross website. The blood donation takes place in Haller Park, is where they'll draw the blood and do the donation at the community center at Haller Park. That's March 8th. And I'll put that in the chat. Other than that, I don't have much else to say other than go vaccines.
Yes.
All right. So there it is in the chat. Let's see who's up next.
You got March 8th on your chat. It's February the 8th, isn't it?
No, it's March 8th.
Is it March 8th? Okay.
Yep. I took that right from Dave Duskin's web or email.
Okay.
Yep. Past president's report. Lori, do you have anything? It's good to see you, first of all.
Good morning. It's good to be back. So no past president business, so no report.
Great. President-elect report. Rochelle?
Good morning. First, it's so nice to see everyone. I've missed a bunch of meetings because I had a work-related meeting on Friday mornings at the same time. So it's awesome to see everyone, even though you can't see me. So for president-elect, I'm about to double down on the training because there's so much, as I've said before, there's so much support coming down the line to me from the Rotarians above. It's amazing. I really appreciate it. The emails are awesome. There's so much. It's a fire hose coming at me, but it's organized and amazing. So we're about to start twice a week president-elect training, which I'm really looking forward to. And so lots of cool things going on around that. And that's my whole report.
Thanks, Rochelle. When is PETS?
It starts Monday.
Awesome. Well, you'll have
Yeah,
fun.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, and then so it's twice a week for the month, and then at the end, I believe there's like a social gathering, maybe concert, 80s concert on a Friday night, and then on Saturday there's a gathering where we'll be able to go into different rooms, maybe in Zoom, and see vendors, and that's the part I really am looking forward to too, because I love swag for Rotarians and different ideas and that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun in person to meet people, but you'll have fun.
I know. I'm really bummed about that, but like I said, they've really got it dialed in now, coming down from the top and doing the best they can to make up for the fact that we're not all together.
Great. Thanks, Rochelle. Committee reports, and this is it. This is the big moment we've all been waiting for. Keith Partington, what did you have for breakfast today? Is it the truth?
It's the truth. It's always the truth. Elisa thinks it's a lot of pressure sometimes because she knows I say it. But because I was on my own today, I got to have corned beef hash because it's my favorite, and she won't make it because she hates it.
Oh, I
It
love
was
it.
fantastic.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
You made yourself corned beef hash?
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no problem.
I gained calories just hearing that.
Keith, do you put an egg in it?
I do. I put
Okay.
2 eggs in it. I probably should only put 1, but I put
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
just for the edification of our guests, club services is a lot of it is who's in charge of breakfast. And so typically when we have morning in person here at the Lake Stevens School District office, Keith kind of arranges who is going to be in charge of breakfast that week. So since we're not doing in-person meetings, I'm putting Keith in charge of painting the picture for us all to have breakfast every week so that we have a nice nutritional framing of our nutrition practices each time we have a Rotary meeting. Thank you, Keith. And thank Elisa for me. I probably should have warned her that there was going to be a lot of pressure.
I'll let her know. I don't know that she'll think thanks is enough, but I'll let her know.
Yeah, right.
Well, tell her I'll get her another present or something. I gave her an A in class back in the 80s.
That's true, and it probably was undeserved, so
Yeah.
I'll remind her of that.
You'll be sleeping in the garage.
Yeah.
Wow, way to go, Keith.
That's why Chris, that's why I built a whole shop. There's a whole nother space.
All right.
I'm gonna
Community
have to-
Services, Eileen.
Good morning. At this time, I don't have anything, but I think we'll probably start to plan some sort of road cleanup. I don't know, Kristen, if, I know since you guys adopted that section of road, maybe we can pair. I can have a one-off with you, but that's really all I have. It's been kind of quiet.
Well, and now that we're in a new phase, maybe we can think about doing something a little bit more in person. I think that was a little bit of a hamstring. So thank you, Eileen. Membership, Ron's not here, but Gary, do you want to say anything in Ron's stead?
No, we're still just trying to work with the, besides Connor and Kyle, we're trying to work with the other three, Ariel and KJ and Brian. Brian came from Rotary International website through district to us. KJ came through Assistant District Governor Dwayne, and so we're trying to work with them. I chose not to put them as friends of the club because I want to communicate with them each week. So I send them out the bulletin along with a note as far as what to expect at the meeting and a link to the Zoom. So I'm going to keep at it until they tell me not to.
Love your persistence. Thanks, Gary.
Uh-huh.
And International Services, Tracy.
Yes, thank you. I have a huge thank you to Kristen for attending the IPA board meeting last Thursday, which I thought was next Thursday. So thank you very much, because I don't know what happened there. I did see somewhere in my emails that there's another IPA newsletter that came out, so I will forward that to the club. And other than that, I'm sorry, Ken, I am not prepared this morning. So that's all I have. But huge thank you to Kristen.
Tracy, you never admit that you're not prepared.
Did I say that?
No. You
Okay.
said, I'm not peppered.
I'm
That's
not
different.
peppered. There you go. Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's what I heard. All right. Interact, Kristen.
So I'm going to keep it quick too, but we are in the process. We will get a sign saying that we adopted the street on 113. So I think it's a great idea if we work with Rotary to clean up the street. And we had a wonderful meeting with the activities director from Ashley Point, and the Interact members wrote letters this week to mail to the residents at Ashley Point. So some cool things happening. And then another thing, Arlene, that we might want to think about is doing some sort of food drive for Hungry Hearts, because I noticed that they were needing some foods.
Great, thank you. Kristen, vocational, Lance.
All right, well, I actually do have a report today, thanks to James on Yale. But before I go there, Brett, you guys at the city have been doing a lot of work on the outflow channel from Lake Stevens. And it made me think about Aquafests of the past. And I'm sorry if anybody's got PTSD thinking about the Duck Dash, but I just wondered as I drove by yesterday if that would be a possibility again in the future. So just something to think about.
Board, but I don't see, well, now the outflow is no longer stagnant and it actually flows. So I think that you could absolutely do a duck dash down it now without the duck staying in one spot.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I think they are still planning Aquafest to happen this year. And I know we haven't talked about it much yet, but I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, great.
So Yale, I actually checked the 50/50 website again this morning and it's not updated yet. So I'm not sure where you got this information, James.
I got it from the Yale committee.
Gotcha.
It'll be
So
published
they are,
in 2 days.
they are going to do a virtual leadership series that's open to all youth in our district. They're calling it AIM, and it does not require that a Rotary Club needs to sponsor for a youth to attend. And Kristen, I sent you this information by email. So it's going to be a virtual series that presents an opportunity to have speakers from outside our area and district. Topics that will be discussed are leadership, mindset, inspiration, purpose, life changes, and Interact and Rotaract Night. A different topic will be covered each session by the speakers, and then each session will conclude with a diversity and inclusion speaker tying in on the topic to everyday lives. So the sessions take place April 15th through May 13th, every Thursday from 7 to 8:30. And registration will be open February 15th. So there is finally some news on Yale. Thank you very much, James, for sharing that. And Kristen, if there's anything that I can do to attend a meeting and talk to the students about that, I'm willing to do that.
Hopefully you got my email.
I'll look.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Ken, you're muted.
I didn't push hard enough. Public relations, Rochelle, anything?
Not much to report. Pretty quiet on the public relations front. As a side note, though, I am looking for somebody to take over. So if there's anyone that's interested, qualifications are very low. Just need to be able to use Facebook. And if you know how to use Canva, that'd be amazing. And so if anyone's interested, please let me know.
The qualifications are low, but the expectations are high.
Hi.
It's a high bar.
Yeah, and I have not been doing a good job lately. And I would love to train someone to take over, maybe sooner than later, but definitely take over sometime.
Rochelle, I can probably do that. I spent enough time on the computer anyways.
Awesome. Okay, let's talk about that. That'd be great.
All right.
One of the things I did want to talk about, Angie, is there, where can the members find the recordings of the Rotary Club meetings that we're now making?
So I've been posting them out to the YouTube channel that I created when we did Corks and Kegs. And then I think Gary has been emailing out the link.
Okay.
So I can make sure to put out an email that just has the overall channel in there. So people can start checking that out as we start using it more. Because I mean, like I said, up until last week, it just had the live stream from Corks and Kegs on it. So
What's the name of the channel?
Lake Stevens Rotary.
Because I looked and I couldn't find it.
Okay, I'm not sure that I had it set as searchable. I think you had to have the link, but I can go ahead and change it so that it's
Okay.
searchable in public.
And then
And
I
I'll
think
add
that,
the link to the website too.
Yeah.
yeah, and we could talk more about that at the board meeting, but I think that that would be a good plan, is to link it into the website and just have a menu of Rotary Club meetings with the recordings available.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Awesome. I don't think Jim's here for foundation. Or did he get his rear end out of bed this morning yet? He's in
I think
Hawaii.
his son and daughter-in-law and granddaughter are over there.
Oh, well, he probably doesn't want to wake him up. Okay. Sergeant at Arms isn't here today, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there that today we're going to combine Happy Bucks and Fines. Happy Fines. So if you want to tell everybody what you're happy about today at the end of February, I'm happy that Brent has his baby and on his knee and is bouncing the baby up and down. That is awesome. So I'm going to throw in $5 for Brett today. Awesome. And you're both,
So
your
Weston,
heads are very similar.
yeah, big and round. So Weston would like to give 5 of Dad's dollars for Happy Bucks for keeping his parents awake all night.
Good job, Weston.
I have
I'd like to give out $5 to the fire service for their activities that they've been doing at the Monroe Fairgrounds, giving out COVID-19 vaccines, and the fact that I got one. I got my first one.
Cool.
And so I think I'll go out and find some champagne when I get the second one and celebrate.
I have 5 happy bucks for Kristen for covering for me. I have another 5 happy bucks for not being peppered this morning.
No,
and
you are peppered.
I am peppered. I am peppered this morning. Yes. And then another $5 for I get my second shot tomorrow. So I'm kind of wondering what I'm going to feel like Saturday night. Today. So
I think you'll still be peppered.
Yeah.
An amazing thing happened this week to Lorna and I. We got our first shots. And so I've got $5 happy for that. And the sore arm is still with us, but we're looking forward to getting the second shot on the 24th of February, and then we'll be all done. So a great thing for us to get those shots.
And I have 10 happy dollars because my neighbors threw a surprise birthday party for me on my birthday. It was, and everybody had their mask on, but they had really done a good job of planning everything. So it was really fun. That's the first time in a long time I've ever had a surprise birthday party.
Yeah, 39, not bad, right?
Right.
And I've got 20 happy bucks. Actually, today is the last day of the first semester for our middle school students here at Northlake. Given all the adversity, given the challenges of this year, my kiddos, they just finished up. They're 11 and 12 years old. They finished writing a 4-paragraph persuasive essay, and they did one hell of a job. So a big shout out. They can't hear me right now, but those kids, I'm super impressed given the challenges. Ken, I'll bring it by the district office later on.
Awesome. If you need help correcting those, Kyle's available. It's been a while since I've read some 4-paragraph essays, but man, I used to do that a lot. Great work, Connor. Thank you.
All right, well, I'll throw in some happy dollars. Today is the last day of the current project that I'm on at work. It was originally supposed to be 3 months. It ended up being 10. But it always feels good to wrap up a project and move on to what's next. Don't know what that is yet, so I'm hoping to take the next couple weeks to teach myself how to post online applications for our scholarships.
I'll give 5 happy bucks for everyone that's helping make the vaccines happen, get us out of this. And I'll throw in an extra 5 happy bucks for being part of the best Rotary Club there ever has been. You guys are awesome.
I'll add 5 to that one.
I have 5 happy bucks. Oops, sorry. Who was going to go? Sorry. All right. I have 5 happy bucks to also piggyback on what Lance said, because we really, truly rock. You guys are amazeballs. Also, yay for phase 2. Can we just talk about phase 2, even if it is for a possible 2 weeks? I am excited. I am excited. Yeah, I'm just grateful to be here.
We're gonna do 20 happy bucks. Just missed you guys the last 2 weeks, but things are starting to look better around here. And very excited that the folks got their vaccines. Right in the midst of a lot of caregiving type stuff, my car died. And so now I have a brand new little red car. So that's fun. And super excited that vaccines are starting to happen, and we're starting to get get to move forward a little bit. So all good stuff happening now.
I have a happy 5. I'm just glad everybody's getting their shots and everything, and things seem to be working pretty good. And it's great to be a part of this club, and everybody's happy, and it's always positive. So I'm happy about that.
I'm gonna give 5 happy bucks for Gary. Last week he was able to answer a lot of questions that I had over the phone for me. I know there was a lot, Gary, but I really appreciate you helping me out.
Not a problem. And any more that you have, just let me know.
Absolutely.
I want to give 5 happy dollars that Gary's going to solve all of our problems. Thanks, Gary.
I have 5 happy bucks, thanking Rochelle for sending me that beautiful print that I won on a bid at your Corks and Kegs auction. And next year I'm hoping to be there in person.
Yes.
We're hoping to be able to have it in person.
Mhm.
That was a lot of pressure this last year.
But so much fun.
It was fun.
I have a happy 5 for, okay, so I don't know if many of you know about this new app. It's called Clubhouse. It's kind of like a Facebook, but there's no feed really. There's no video, and it's a huge global mastermind. So you go on and you connect with different people in different areas you may have an interest. And I have connected with Rotary members around the globe who are fascinating and amazing. And so if anyone is interested in joining me, meeting everyone, and we're talking about projects and like you name it, it's seriously, it's mind-blowing what clubs are doing. And just say all you need to do is download the Clubhouse app and then send me your phone number and I can send you an invite to join. But I recommend it. It's really awesome.
What's the name of it?
It's called Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
One word, Clubhouse. It's just an app. The icon is like a black and white gradient picture of a guy's head. If you're looking in your app store.
Okay.
But there's topics. So I use it for real estate connections. I connect with a lot of great realtors, and then I found the Rotary room, and so I've got a really good connection to this girl who's in London who's rocking it, and she's their club president. And so we now have taken that offline and are talking about a lot of different things and different ideas. And so I'm just gathering all this information to bring it back to you guys because you guys rock.
Anybody have another happy fine that they'd like to levy on themselves?
I'm not sure if I levied this fine or not, but it was $10. So, and I was going to ask someone to send me where to send the dues into. I don't know where to send it to.
I'll call you when we're done.
Okay.
Okay. Gary, Don's not on. Do you have the recording or the program for today?
No, I don't.
Does anybody? Because he didn't send it to me.
Programming.
It was the Tulalip tribes that he was going to do.
Okay. Well, does anybody have anything else for the good of the order?
I would love Sam to sing happy birthday to me.
Well, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
I sent some money in, so I paid for it.
Well, that's a good choice rather than having us sing in a choir kind of atmosphere. Sam, whenever you're ready.
You ready? Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Nice, very nice.
I wasn't quite ready. It's a little high, and it's usually a lower voice in the morning, but thanks for asking.
That's awesome.
I need to make a recording because we need to play that at our family birthdays because we sing horribly.
Happy birthday, Kristen.
¿Cuándo tiene años?
Voy a cumplir 54.
Muy bien.
Soy una vieja ya.
Anybody have anything else? I wish, yeah, I don't know what happened with Don. Don had a program, but he never did send it to me today.
I just sent him a message asking him if he had it.
Okay. Well, we're not going to wait long, Gary.
Well, you have the district governor-elect. You could ask her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk. Let's talk about the district strategic planning process and where we're going with that. Do you want to say a few words, Bev?
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see. Something new. If you're planning to go to Taiwan for the Rotary International Convention, all of you can go now because it's going to be virtual. It's announced.
Ooh.
Wow.
Other things happening in the district, of course, we're all very involved with the president-elect training. Everyone is getting on board. In January, all the president-elects attended 4 different core sessions. And now, as Rochelle said, they're starting in with 2 sessions a week, finishing up. And at the end of that, there's actually something very new, which is called a capstone project. So instead of getting all that information and then kind of setting it aside like I did in a big binder, they're going to have a process to develop a plan to bring back to the club. So I think that's exciting. Friday night on, let's see, February, the last Friday of February is a concert. The whole entire world is invited to come to it. That includes all of you, so please do. Rod Thompson's in the process of planning the district assembly, which usually happens in April for all the committee training and officer training. That is in the process. Should be pretty interesting, I think. Other than that, we are looking for an assistant governor for Area J, which is, I believe, is your area. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Dwayne is not able to continue. So if one of you who have been president have an interest in that, we're really trying to get someone on board before March so that they can work with the president-elects in your area on doing this capstone project. That's very important. Being an assistant governor is a fun thing. You really learn more about Rotary. Any position in Rotary leadership on the district level is quite fascinating and allows for a lot of growth. So I encourage you to think about that and let me know if there's somebody here who wants more information or might be interested.
Thank you, District Governor-elect Harrington. Sorry, I was muted again, but
you're welcome.
no, that's great. I'm really interested in the capstone project. So the folks who are going to PETS as the president-elects, they're going to actually take the information that they get at PETS and produce a capstone?
Yes.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, the training for the AGs and their leadership is on March 6th, and then I'll be talking with the AGs to see if they want to do it one-on-one with their clubs in an area or district-wide. All of us will talk about what's the best way to put this out because we haven't seen it yet, what the process is, but I know that they're developing some information on how to do that, and we'll be trained on March 6th.
Awesome. So Rochelle's going to have an assignment.
Yeah. And she's also going to have the opportunity to do a brand new platform, which is called Verbella. Has anyone done Verbella? Have you gotten on there yet, Rochelle?
No, I have not. What is that? Can you?
Well,
I think I have that shot though.
and I sent an email out yesterday. So Verbella is something with an avatar. I'm not very techie, okay? So you go on this website, you make yourself an avatar, which is like a cartoon character. And then you have the ability to go into the site where you can walk around, you can talk to people, you can go into an area that has a circle around it on the ground, and only those people in that circle can hear each other. So the last day of Pets, when we get to hear Rick King, who's always a tremendous favorite at Pets, will be on this platform, as will all of the vendors. And we'll also have a district booth on this platform. So I've been on it a couple times. One fun thing is you can go into a room for a dance party and they play this great music and you can make your avatar do all these different dance moves.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. It's a little bit, I mean, it's different. If anyone's a gamer, it's probably super simple. I'm not a gamer, so it's been a bit of a learning process, but it is fun. And that will be the very last day we'll be on that platform. Something new.
I did read your email actually. And so it's the Verella with a V.
Verbella.
Yeah, so I had that mixed up. So I did download the app and I'm ready to go. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, good, good. And you have an avatar?
Not yet, but I got half of it done and then the light changed and I had to drive.
Oh, good thing.
I'm not listening.
I do it down low so no one can see me.
Chief Dyer did not hear that, Rochelle. He was muted.
My get out of jail free card only works so many times, and I think I'm at the end.
I just want to remind you, Rochelle, that I am recording.
Oh, geez. Who? Rochelle's not here.
There is evidence that it says Rochelle Ploger on your screen, but I'm sure it's somebody else.
I've been hacked.
A hardcore felon,
she's
maybe.
been hacked. I'm a horrible criminal.
All right. Anything else?
Guess not.
I guess not. Well, sorry about the program. I think that Don is planning on having some more folk from the Tulalip tribes come and present. So we can probably catch up on that next week. So next week we'll see everybody. It'll be a new month, one step closer to the light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully we're going to get that much closer to being back in person. Wouldn't that be nice to do that by the end of the year? I'm really hoping that happens. So
yep.
I never thought that when I agreed to be the president of the Rotary Club, thank you very much, Kevin O'Brien, that it would all be, on a screen every day. So it's working out well. I'm not complaining about that, but I think one of the great things about Rotary is our ability to be social and the social opportunities that provides for us. And so hopefully we can get to back to that very soon. It would be great. So we're all social creatures and we need that. Not all of us can have a Tesla and go out swinging every day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll call this meeting. Have a great week and a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Ken.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a great week, everyone.
Have a great
You
week.
too.
So Connor and Kyle, you're thinking about joining? I mean, you guys have filled out your and gone through the process and everything. So we just need to go through a board meeting process, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, it's fun. It's a fun club.
Yeah.
So it's way more fun when we're in person. I guarantee you. But school personnel who are involved, obviously me, and I've been on for 10 years, a little bit. Gina Anderson's a member, but right now she's taken a year off because just of all the things that we've got going. I couldn't do that since I was president because, yeah, it's kind of tough. But who else? Oh, and Kristen, of course, Odegaard. So, yeah. So we have a few, and it's always been kind of difficult for teachers to be involved because of the timing of our meetings. But I think we've kind of landed on something new with recording our meetings, which, you know, is not a great substitute, but we're going to talk about that in our next board meeting about what that might look like. Given the fact that the Lake Stevens School District is the largest employer in our community, I mean, we've got to be able to get members who want to be community-minded folk to join, who are, you know, school district members, and not just administrators.
Ken, I was talking to Kyle about this last week. So I was really involved with our Rotary in Tarpon Springs. Remember there for 3 years before. Prior to that in St. Petersburg, Florida. We had the same issue. While I was able to make a lot of board meetings, I was in college admin working back in Florida. I might be able to make 2 meetings a month. So we started this kind of separate entity. It was still part of the Lake Stevens or the Tarpon Springs Rotary, but we called it the Sunset, the Rotary. And it was literally happy hour time, recap, still that social aspect. So people that were missing meetings, or even those who were making the meetings that just wanted that additional outlet, it was an opportunity for us to get together, do basically a recap of the agenda, what's covered, and yeah, just still have that social.
Was that once a week, or how often was that?
Well, yeah, we had it once a week. I mean, everybody wanted to get together for beers once a week, so yeah.
Gotta have an excuse.
I'm in.
It was very popular.
Well, there's one thing that's going to be on our agenda for the board meeting, and that'll be called an e-club. Others call it, one of our former members down in Tucson area, their club calls the Amigos. And I think the only requirement is that they attend at least once a month. And the e-club is something that the district is looking at. And they sent it, and Arlington Club, I know, is starting to do that. So it's something that we may kind of explore. I've sent some of the stuff to Ken. I'm still trying to gather. Rotary International, the only requirement that we have to develop a club like that is that we have to put it in our bylaws. So that might be something that we will think about doing. Make it easier for you and Kyle and Gina and others when we have meetings.
Yeah, it'll make it much easier to be connected. And yeah, I mean, that might be something I might in the future, depending upon, you know, where I end up or whatever. It might be something that I would like to join into too.
Right, and the district is also thinking about besides once we get back to in-person meetings, can we still do Zoom? What is the setup that we could do so that if you can't virtually come to the meeting, but you have a few minutes that you could log in and see the program or participate, that you could do that. And I think that it might be that we're going to have to invest in a TV or a computer or something like that, but that's another, Dave Duskin is working on that project, Ken. That's another part of the stuff that I sent you that I'm still going to be exploring before our meeting. So there are some things out there to try and make it easier for guys like yourselves, teachers, and Gina. And Gina was an extremely valuable member. We really did not want to lose her. And and we don't want to lose anybody. The idea is to make it easier for our membership.
Yeah, the idea of streaming the meeting live would be available for people who, like Larry, are in Arizona. And right now it's very convenient for him to be able to join our meetings.
Exactly.
And when we go back to in person, we still want to have that ability.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, what's the best way to stream is the question, and there's lots of devices out there that would make that easier, like a swivel kind of device where the president would wear something around their neck so that it's interactive. It's not just a flat screen with one point of view, that the camera actually moves around the room depending upon the positioning of the person wearing the controller. So, I mean, there's ways to do that. So, all right, guys, well, have a great week. Enjoy correcting those papers, Connor. Is that the weekend plan?
Hey, you know what? They were due last week. Some are still trickling in, but
of course they are.
was grading time, so they're pretty much all done. The grade book is pretty solid right now.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
is Amy Beth retiring?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be open, right? That position. Well, good luck.
Yeah, I don't think you can go without a superintendent as a cost-cutting measure. That would be kind of
I
difficult.
got my note about some type of doing something for her.
Yeah, we should probably think about that. We're going to talk about that in the board meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, I got to scoot. Have
All right.
a good day.
See y'all.
Yep.
Have fun today.
Have a good day.